actually had a friend recently who died who he had a will, had everything set up, but he had an episode a few months before he died, and he completely just obliterated his will. So now everything's passing exactly the way he did not intend originally for it to pass.
That story has stayed with me since the first time Joe told me, because that man did everything right. He had a will, his family knew about it, he thought about what he wanted, made sure it was down with that will, and went through it, crossed things out, wrote in the margins, made changes that reflected what he actually wanted at that point in his life. He thought he was updating his will. He wasn't. In Florida, you cannot update a will with a pen. Every change has to be witnessed and signed all over again, with the same legal formality as the original. Everything passed in a way he never would have chosen. Joe lost a friend, and that friend's family lost what he actually wanted to leave them. Not because he didn't plan it, but because nobody told him that the plan he thought he had wasn't the plan he actually had. That is the probate fallacy. And it's the most wise people accidentally wreck their kids' inheritance. Your attorney, and this is not legal advice. Everything I tell you today is the beginning of your education. Qualified real estate attorney licensed in your state is the end of it. Are we good? All right, let's go. Let's start with the misconception of self, because it's so deeply embedded in how people think about estate planning that people who have a will and people who don't. And they believe that the people with a will have their affairs in order, and the people without one are leaving a mess behind. That's not how it works. Here's how it actually works. There are two kinds of estates, ones that go through probate and ones that don't. A will does not keep you out of probate. A will is a set of instructions for the probate judge. It tells the court what you wanted done with your assets. The court still has to process it, validate, notify creditors, manage the timeline, and supervise the distribution. Every single step of that process happens inside the probate system. Having a will just means you get to tell the judge what you wanted. Without one, the state of Florida decides for you. Either way, you're going to probate.
Or testate. Intestate means you didn't have a will. So in that case, the Florida legislature has written your will for you, and it assumes you're going to give your property to these people, and if not those people, then these people, and it goes through the
There's a hierarchy of order.
Right, but if you wrote your own will, that's telling the court, no, I don't want to do what the state's doing, I want to do what I want to do. And I actually had a friend recently who died who he had a will, had everything set up, but he had an episode a few months before he died, and he completely just obliterated his will. So now everything's passing